All right, what's good, Raider Nation? Spicy Raider Girl here with Mother Moon. We are here on my favorite day of the week because we are talking to one of football's fabulous females.
Wait.
Good afternoon or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Spicy Raider Girl here with Mother Moon. We are here tonight with Miss Shonté, Raiderette Shonté. She is one of football's fabulous females. I'm a little biased, but she cheered in Oakland, so that's our girl.
Got a little extra love from
all our Raiderettes, but I especially love my Oakland Raiderettes. Just saying.
Fabulous.
Remember, light that torch, hit that like button. If you are not already subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. It's free to subscribe and share this video. Share it with your friends because we have some great stories coming for you tonight. And also, if you are playing our drinking game, our drinking word is chocolate, which is Miss Shonté's nickname. So if you're drinking tonight, every time we say chocolate, make sure you take a drink. If you don't drink, you could toke. If you don't do other one, just start twerking, or you could do all three. You know what I'm saying? So cheers to Miss Chocolate who's on.
That's right.
And remember, you can also join and become a member. Go ahead and hit that join button if you'd like to become a member to this show. We want to invite one of our co-hosts on this evening, Miss Baker Raiderette. Thanks for joining us, girl.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And sorry, my voice is a little lost.
No, thank you,
girl.
Vegas.
We've had back-to-back games. I just got my voice back like 2 days ago, so I get it. Hey, I say if you come home for a Raider game and you still have a voice, you didn't do your job. You know what I mean?
That's what we always say.
So
much.
I want to say what's up to everybody that's in the chat so far. Raider Nation News Today. What's good? Leo, salute. Thank you. Fish and Game. And of course, one of my personal faves, Mama, Miss Adrian. Hey. Love you, ladies. Love you back. And I don't know if she wants this notoriety, but I'm going to give it to her anyway, because she's our casting director for this show. So she is responsible for all of the fabulous females that you see today and moving forward. So we thank her so much for being part of this team, really.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you.
What's up, Scotty Waddy, Raider One? Thanks for joining us. Well, without further ado, because we all know who we're here to see, and it's not me. You know what I'm saying?
With that said, I give all these fabulous Raiderettes their glory. I was not a Raiderette, although when I'm in the stands, I kind of act like one.
Oh, listen, when I'm in the stands, I'm doing full-on choreography as if I know what I'm doing, but the only thing I really know what I'm doing is hairography. That's it. Oh, and then the end pose. That works, right? That worked.
We give them my love and we're there for them for sure.
But let's bring in Miss Shonté. Welcome to the show, beautiful. Now, was there like a song that was like Shonté?
Work.
Right?
Yeah, you bet it work. That's it.
Well, welcome to the show, beautiful. Thank you for being here. We appreciate your time, your talent, and we're just looking forward for some chatter from Miss Chocolate. You know what to do.
I really appreciate it. I want to say I appreciate what you guys are doing for women, Raiderettes, football.
Thank you.
Females. This is a great platform. This is something we all deserve. So,
thank you. We appreciate that. And good Lord, are you sure you cheered in the 2000s? Because I just want to compliment how gorgeous you look, girl. Because you didn't age at all.
Right? I know, gorgeous.
When I started, I was a teenager. I was 18 years old.
Oh.
So.
Wow. Oh, so now you're 19. Now she's bragging about it.
I'm at my age right now.
Well, speaking of, tell us about your journey and how you started. And
gosh, well, so I cheered. My first year was year 2000, right after high school. So I was 18 years old when I tried out. Actually, when I cheered Pop Warner, my coach at the time was a Raiderette, and she said, "When you turn 18, you're gonna come try out for Raiderettes." And I said, "Okay, I'll try out." I didn't think I was gonna make it. I said, "Okay, that's fine. I'll try out." Went to the tryouts and I made it.
And you made it
on the first time. So, and I hadn't stopped.
What was that process like? I mean, especially, I can barely remember when I was 19, and at the time, I always had a lot of confidence, but I don't know, that just seems like such a big thing to go into at such a young age. How did you feel kind of walking into were the tryouts held in Alameda at the headquarters at the time?
No, they were at the Hilton.
Or the Hilton. Okay. Okay. So maybe a little less intimidating, but nonetheless, you're walking into this huge audition.
Absolutely. And there's hundreds of women auditioning. There are 2 different parts to the audition, the preliminaries and then the final auditions. Preliminary, you just kind of walk on stage and you say your name, do a twirl. They just look at you, make sure you look the part. And then, once you're chosen for that, you come back and you have to learn a routine. They give you a few days to learn a routine and then you're on from there. But it can be intimidating at first, but I have to say I'm a performer. I've always been a cheerleader, a dancer. So it just really, it wasn't that, it was like home to me. It was kind of just
nice.
Natural, I guess I could say. It was honestly very, very natural for me.
Do you remember
your audition? And when you go to your audition, do they ask, besides your name, of course, do they ask where you're from or what your goals are? Is that part of seeing if they want you on their team, or is there certain questions you thought, I don't know if I should answer that truthfully? Or
you always want to be truthful, but you put a little spin on it. It's being charming. You want to show your personality. But yes, there is during the finals, they have a panel interview where they ask you, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Why do you want to be a Raiderette? Tell us a little bit about yourself. And so, you know those questions before going in, and you kind of get to prep yourself. But yes, there's definitely a panel interview, and there's maybe 10, 12 judges there, maybe more or less there.
Oh, that's a lot.
And you're standing in front of everybody.
Do you remember like who the judges were, or were they like people we'd recognize? I mean, I'm sure the dance the team choreographer and things of that nature. Do you remember who else was there?
Sometimes they would have, football legends. Post. It was definitely the choreographer. It would be the director. Maybe a couple former Raiderettes would do the panel interview as well. They would be there. But it was different every year. Every year it was different because every year you had to try out. It wasn't like once you're on the team, you're just on the team. You got to try out every year. So every year I felt like there was someone different.
Okay. Do you remember your very first tryout routine, like your audition?
I remember it. I could do it.
Yes, do it.
Wide frame. We need a wide camera now.
It's muscle memory, but I do remember it was a song that I had never heard of. I can't even remember the name of the song, but I would know I heard it. But yeah, I do remember that audition. It's funny that I can remember that, but I don't remember every audition.
Yeah.
Routine, but I remember my first one for sure. Mm-hmm. That's just a moment you just you never forget.
That's great. That's great. Now tell me, the first year was 2000, and for whatever reason, the next year you auditioned and you got cut. but then you kept on going. So tell us, once you got cut, what made you keep on going?
Well, so I did 2000 and I came back and I did 2001. And 2002 came around and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I thought about, maybe I could cheer for another team. Maybe I could do something different. And I wasn't quite sure, but I auditioned that year. I said, you know what, I'm going to just do it. I'll audition. And I got cut. I didn't make the team. And God, it was a heavy blow. I didn't expect it. I expected just to kind of blow past it and, make the team, because I've been there 2 years. They know me. They know what I can do, right? And I think I may have had like a bad interview, or maybe, maybe I didn't do well. I wasn't sure, but I was pretty upset. I was hurt by it, but I realized that if I wanted my spot back, I had to earn it. So, I mean, when I tell you, I worked out like Rocky that year. I mean, I would get up in 4 a.m. in the morning. At that time, I didn't have enough money for a gym membership. So I would get up and I would just sprint up and down my mom's block, up and down the block. And I trained, I got myself ready. So when I came back, actually, I mean, I had full on 6-pack, dropped the baby weight.
Yeah.
No longer a teenager. And I came back and I got my spot back. But it was a really tough year to not be on the team, because that 2002 year was the year of the
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was all downhill from there. No, I kid. But yeah, that's an incredible story. I think that's a story that people need to hear. I mean, I'm inspired by it, to be honest. Like, you talk about Rocky and waking up and persevering, and you could have easily said, "Oh, I did my two seasons. I'm officially a Raiderette. I'll always be part of that sisterhood." And you could have just moved on, really. So the fact that you not only had the desire and the hunger to do it, you really went for it. You're dedicated.
I definitely had something to prove, and this was home for me. This is my team. I'm from Oakland. These are my sisters. Like, where else would I be? And once I had that mindset, I came back with a vengeance.
Yeah,
I said, my spot back. I belong here. This is my team. So,
and that's what we talk about too. That shall I call you a cheerleader or a dancer? Either
way for me. I mean, I've always been a cheerleader, but we're dancers, so we don't
dancers. And you work just as hard, as the guys. They have to work out, right, to go out into the field and do their best, and so do the Raiderettes.
Absolutely.
You just can't maybe some can't just wake up like they are and just go out there and perform.
They're lying.
There's so many rehearsals and conditioning that goes into what we do. I mean, we would practice 3 days a week. And most wouldn't even know that, including Saturday morning. So if you thought you were going out Friday night, you had Saturday morning practice at 7 a.m. And we would practice on Saturdays, and we would practice twice a week during the week. So it goes a lot. There's a lot that goes into it. Learning multiple routines. We had 4 fillers. We had maybe 5 or 6 sideline routines where they were set to music, and then we had our halftime performance or pregame. So it's a lot that goes into this. A lot of people,
your commitment to excellence.
Walk on the field and they think it's just easy.
Yeah, it's so true. I mean, I think fans take a little bit for granted what you all of you ladies do. I mean, you go out there and you shake a thing, which is great. There's nothing bad against that, but like Mother Moon was alluding to, I think people just think you just wake up and you put on the uniform and you go out there. It's dedication. It's eating right. It's working out. It's rehearsal. It's probably toenails falling off.
I tell you, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and I mean that.
I believe you. So tell me, which year was this?
Oh my God, that was my second year. That's my girlfriend Aubrey. I don't know what I was doing, but I know I was happy. That was a good year. Actually, I remember that year. That was 2001. That was my second year. And that year, we got all the way to the playoffs, and we were about to go to the Super Bowl. That was the Snow Bowl year. I don't know if you guys remember the Snow Bowl with New England and they ended up going to the Super Bowl that year.
Everyone remembers that.
Don't get me started. My
Right?
Yeah.
like, no. I can't be a Tom Brady fan. You don't get it. I can't be a New England fan. You don't get it. But that
As
year,
a Raiders fan, everyone remembers exactly where they were and what they were wearing the day that game that happened.
oh my God. And I mean, we just knew we were going to the Super Bowl. It was a group of, actually, we all got together to watch the game because we don't cheer away games. So we all got together at Gina's house, one of our girlfriends, one of our Raiderette sisters' houses, and watched the game. And we're sitting next to each other, holding hands, like we're gonna go to the Super Bowl.
Oh my God.
And you know, lo and behold, we know it was a fumble, but whatever.
Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that was a fumble. Well, speaking of, I think this photo is because this is Gruden era. Gruden first era, I should say, or first time around. Obviously we all know what happened with him going to Tampa Bay, but I see him right there in the middle.
We loved him. He would come and speak to us every year after auditions whenever everyone was chosen. He would come in and speak with us. He was a great guy. I really love him.
I'm trying to find you in this photo. Okay, I found you.
Like right in the back.
Yeah.
But
That's a great photo.
we loved him. I think that was a golf tournament. We did a lot of golf tournaments where we would, do charity events and appearances, and that was one of them. And he was there, and he wanted to take a picture with us. He was so personable.
Now, do you? I think I recognize some of these ladies. I think maybe one of them's been on the show. But do you keep in contact with these ladies? I know it's kind of a sisterhood, but overall, as Raiderettes, I assume it's a sisterhood with all. I think there's probably been about 600 of you over the 60 years, but I imagine the every season there's this tighter kind of class, if you will.
Yeah, it's like a sorority. It's we are sisters, and we do keep in contact with each other. Holidays, birthdays, baby showers, weddings. My girlfriend Letitia, who I started with, we were rookies together. So we're tight to this day. I mean, I'd speak to her probably a few days a week. But we do keep in contact, and every chance we get, we try to get together. I miss these girls, and we talk about our old times and all the fun we had. And
Well, it's nice to have that reunion then you went to. I see you had that shirt of the 60th.
I did in Las Vegas. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. They treated us really well. That's one thing I love about the Raiders. They treat their girls very, very well. I mean, it was just such a class act, the event.
That's good to know. That you're treated as part of the team, as part of the Raiders organization and family. So that's always good to hear when the ladies tell us that.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to switch this up chocolate a little bit. And those of you who don't know, our drinking game for the night the word is chocolate in honor of this beautiful woman. This is her, AKA, also known as the name.
Yes, they call me Chocolate for obvious reasons.
Because your skin looks so good, I want to taste it. Is that why?
That was my nickname on the team.
Oh, I love it.
Looks like we got one of your ladies in the chat here.
How does it work?
What's that?
If I say chocolate, I have to drink, or if
We
somebody
all
else
have to drink.
If anybody says chocolate, anyone who's playing along, us and the audience, you know what to do. Drink, toke, or twerk.
Right.
Okay.
It's drink, twerk, or toke. Boy, that's a tongue twister. So yeah, those who don't drink, you get your little
I
hands
just
on.
said it.
I have mine.
Look, Mother Moon's already cut. Look, she had too much chocolate already. But we got one of your sisters right here. I think TQ here. Love my captain.
Oh,
What's that?
Comment. Is this one of your?
Oh, TQ, Tiff.
love the
Oh,
support.
that's my sister. Oh my God.
Oh, it looks like you both are on line 4.
Line 4. I went between line 3 and line 4. It depends on the year, but yes, TQ was in line 4 with me.
How do they decide your numbers, your lines?
What was that?
How do they decide which line you'll be in?
So line 4 are the girls that are the tallest, and line 1 are are the Adrians, the mamas. She was line 3 for a while. She did, I think she did 2 and 3, but line 1 would be the shorter girls, and then line 4.
Okay.
So it just kind of depends on, you know, who was on the team that year. You had really tall girls, then that pushed me down to line 3.
Ah, okay. Oh, we have Addie wants to know, do gummies count for the chocolate game? I don't do gummies, but I don't think you want to like pop one every time we say it. Maybe just a little nibble. Just a little nibble. But yes, it counts.
Oh no, not for Addie. Go ahead. You have to take the whole gummy.
The whole, oh my gosh.
Could you imagine? I am interested if we could look at that uniform you have hanging back there. What is that? Is that from what year?
This is the official uniform. I mean, we would use our uniform for years, but this is essentially, you know, the one I held on to. This is the official uniform.
That's definitely some memorabilia that is special and you know should be. I'm surprised you don't have it framed or something.
I didn't get it framed. I've been saying I'm going to do that. I haven't gotten around to it, but
just to preserve it, you know, just to preserve it. But it looks like it's held up really well.
It's not bad. It just sits in my closet, and you know, I'll bring it out every now and again. Her husband's request.
Ah, yes.
What? Yes, chocolate.
Hey,
Yes.
we not mad.
Oh,
I love it. I love it. You spoke of some golf tournaments here. It looks like Tim Brown in the middle. I don't recognize the other guys.
That is Tim Brown, and that's Mama right there. Adrian's right in the middle.
Yeah, I recognize Adrian.
Yeah.
So this is actually really quickly. We live in Pleasanton. This looks like somewhere off the 680.
Yeah.
Is this Castlewood or?
Yeah, I think that was that golf course.
Which one?
In Pleasanton.
Yeah, it looks like it could be like maybe Castlewood or something like. It looks very familiar, right? I think or Baker, you're kind of ish from the area as well, right?
Yeah, I live there. Yeah, I might be. What's that country club that's like? Maybe it's closer to Livermore, but
yeah,
like, either Castlewood or Sonoma back in the day.
Let's say that one.
Mm-hmm.
I've done so many, but that was a good one. I said, it is so funny. Most of my pictures, you're gonna see Adrienne in them. She would always pull me in. She would always say, "Shonté, get in this picture. Come get in this picture. You come get your shot, girl." So she's most of the pictures because she would pull me into all the pictures. She's definitely my big sister.
Can I just say, can I just give a round of applause for those toe points?
That's the Raiderette turnout.
right, girl. I've been trying to mimic that for years, and I don't know what that's a talent all its own. I can't master the toe point. I give props to that.
And you have the boot on. The boot is very stiff, so you have to have a really good turnout to make that look good.
Oh, turnout! I like that. There's even a word for it.
Turnout, point, turn, hit. No.
That's dancer's lingo that I learned as a Raiderette.
Okay, I'm gonna put this picture up, and I hope it's what I think it is. Speaking of your husband.
Oh. Wait a minute.
Wait,
I hope. Otherwise, you were just being a kind Raiderette like you do.
Oh yeah, that's my husband.
Okay. Look, I like it. He's representing Oakland. He got the Oakland T-shirt on.
Have it any other way.
This looks like it's from the reunion, correct?
It is from the reunion. We were down in the Win Club.
Yeah, and I have heard, and you can tell us. Please tell us your version of how the reunion was. But I have heard so many great things from the ladies we've had on the show, and just the way that Mark Davis and the organization just rolled out the red carpet for you. And I'll let you speak on that. But to me, that that makes me so happy and proud to hear something like that, because you ladies deserve it. And I didn't actually knew they kind of did that.
They took very, very good care of us, and they always make us feel like family. We are family. We are their an extension of the Raiders. So they really rolled out the red carpet for us, literally. We had a cocktail hour and dinner at the stadium, and they had it decked out. They had a live band. It was
Nice.
it was beautiful. And they took us on a tour of the stadium and a tour of the Raiderette locker room, where you kind of the wall of fame, and I'm looking around. I'm like, did I make the wall? Did I make the wall? But yes, I did make the wall.
Did you make it?
I did make the wall. I had to take a picture of myself up there.
Yay!
Friends that did the tour and would send me some pictures, but it was really surreal to see it, to be in there. It was just really reliving moments, but it was really nice. They did, and then we had our routine that we had to. I mean, my company, I work for a company, an air freight company, so they actually purchased a suite, and I brought some of my customers there to watch me on the field, because I talk about it often.
Oh, that's amazing.
And they got to see me on the field. My boss and some of my coworkers and my customers were there for that. My family, my entire family came, so that was a lot of fun. They treat us very well, and I can't, we can't really say that about every NFL team. So I feel very blessed.
Yeah,
to be a part of it.
Mother Moon and I weren't there. Baker, were you there for that reunion game?
Yeah, I got like some really good video of that. Coordinating that like hundreds of people dance had to have been another level. Like everyone like, I didn't see any mistakes. It was so good.
Oh, we know better.
Yeah. How many were there total? Because it covered the entirety of the field.
It was hundreds. I can't even recall how many it was, but it was a lot of us. I mean, this is, women from the 60s,
Yes.
So we had every Raiderette that ever was there.
Almost like without, the main act, if you will, taking on some sort of Super Bowl choreography with that many dancers on the field.
It did. And we didn't do any formation changes, but, we all had our hash mark, our yard line that we had to be on. Everyone knew where they were supposed to go. It's kind of like the good old days. It's the same thing. You know where you go. You know your routine.
Right.
Get that routine down. And
like you spoke earlier about your first audition, muscle memory type of thing. You kind of get back in the groove.
You get back in the groove. And they sent us the dance beforehand. So we had an opportunity to really practice it before we got out there. So we were ready.
I was going to ask you that. So you did have a chance to rehearse on the field as a unit before you went. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. And we have, I think, Justin is on here. I believe it's your brother. I was there. Great job, Shonté. # proud brother.
But how
Love
fun
that.
is that with the family to be there and watching your coworkers, all your colleagues? Like, okay, she really did do this.
Okay. Can you believe these? This is obviously Shonté, and if you don't know, this is Mama Adrian, who's been on our show 3 times now. We love her so much. Can you believe these ladies danced in the 90s and 2000s? Like,
No.
Are you kidding?
Gorgeous. No.
Mama looks great. Look at her. I mean,
Both of you look great. Those smiles. Look at those smiles.
I love that.
I would say the smile and the energy has to be like the 1 and 2 to become a Raiderette. You have to just show all that, and that's probably part of the judging. They want to see your personality, they want to see your smiles, and you show it. I love it.
Definitely.
I find it contagious. I find your energy, all of your energy contagious. I find your perseverance, your dedication contagious. And that's really why I think we love doing this show, is because we can all see you're talented and you're good dancers. That's a given. But to have this more kind of intimate setting and hear your stories, I think it's just on a totally different level of connecting with all you fabulous females. Miss Chocolate. Let's take it back a little bit, because I have a really amazing photo here that you sent me, and I would love you to speak of. You're probably, I think this is in regards to one of your favorite memories with Mark Davis.
Let's see it.
Yes. I love that. It's such a powerful picture. I love that picture. So the Raiders partnered with AirAsia to make a Raider plane. And so Mark Davis flew us out with himself on AirAsia, on Cathay Pacific actually, but AirAsia for this unveiling of the plane. And, you know, again, they treat us so well. Mark Davis flew his business class and everything else. But we went to Malaysia to do the unveiling of this beautiful Raider plane. And so this is us walking towards the plane, and we're about to perform for the staff there.
Now, how do they choose you to go, and how many of the ladies do get to go on this type of trip?
It just depends. I mean, it's a selected few. Sometimes it's usually 4 at a time that will go abroad or on a trip like that. But you know, they definitely try to make sure that everyone gets an opportunity to do something and go somewhere. And so this particular one, they asked me to go on. I said absolutely. I would definitely go. And so it was a really great experience. We had a really good time.
So passport ready.
Passport ready. You got to be ready. You
got to stay ready. So I'm sorry, maybe you said this. What I missed it. What year was this?
This was 2009. So when I came back that my final year, this was my last year. So what a way to go out, right?
Yeah.
It was a good year too.
Who's on that plane? Do you remember? It looks like there's 3 players back there, printed on the plane.
You know what? I can't even recall. They're on the other side. And I'm actually not on the plane because I didn't cheer 2008. It was the girls that cheered 2008 that were on the plane. It was 3 girls, and then they just added me to it. But there's three other Raider legends on the other side.
I love it. I love it. I just would like to give some recognition to Terry, who says he's watching all the way. Sorry if I'm incorrect, watching live from England, and it's 2:30 over there.
Hey, Terry.
Terry. Terry loves him some fabulous females. You know, I guess that's what I'm saying. Girl or guy. Like, I love me some fabulous females too. So. But let's see. Okay, so we're going to get into, I think you have, really quickly, I want to show this ad.
Oh.
Before we get into some talk about the photo shoot. This ad right here. Did you free? Go ahead.
But I want to say thank you so much for I've learned so much just in 30 minutes, and I'm really excited for when you come on the show next.
Oh,
so thanks, y'all.
I love this.
Yeah, thank you. I think she has to sign off. Thank you for joining us. She's studying for I think law school or something, so she had to bounce off. So thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
But this ad right here, I love so much.
I love that too. So that was they have the booklets that they make every game, and you can pick up, that sideline booklet, and that one that's just an ad that they printed every game, and they put that one up there. That was a good year too. I think that was
okay. I have to ask because I just noticed this. Like, are you and Mama a package deal? Because it seems like
I'm trying to tell you.
I just noticed she's in this ad. I'm like, is it like you're like, hey, I'm not going without her, she's not going without me? Like, what's going on here?
Gotta look out.
When I tell you Mama looks out for me, it's all up. You never know. She probably.
I didn't even notice that the first time. But do they still do these? Because I thought the ad was interesting, right? Autograph sessions, okay. Corporate sessions, grand openings, cabaret shows, okay.
I've never been to a cabaret show, but I mean, obviously we were hired for those. I mean, that was that's an event that you could, hire the Raiderettes to attend.
Okay. Is that still a thing?
It could. Yeah, it should be. I'm sure it is. I mean,
okay.
It's very profitable.
Especially in Las Vegas.
So they would pay us for these appearances, and it was, it's really good money.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a great way to make, because obviously, you make whatever your salary is to be a dancer, but these are like all side gigs that you can profit off of as well. So exactly. I think that's great. Mama's here saying, Mama and chocolate. Hey, you know what you got to do? Take that drink.
Navajo Raiders also calling out chocolate. Listen, I'm gonna have to fill out my glass a little bit because all this chocolate talk.
All this chocolate talk.
Here we go.
All right. Well, let's go. I just love, like, I know, all the Raiderettes that come on the show, they send the photos, but they never know which ones I'm going to throw up. And it sometimes could be a bit of a surprise.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Just saying. So before we get into it, actually, Mother Moon found this. She found this online. So we're going to talk about the photo shoot. But before we get into it.
Oh, so let me see what I can find out here.
Did you know, everybody watching, you can get the calendar for $40 on eBay.
Look at you.
I'm just saying, if you're in the market,
I tell you what website is this on? I need to go
eBay.
Oh, how funny.
Look, let's click through here. Hold on. I did look through here earlier. It's almost like a Where's Waldo situation at this point. Who we got in the black? I don't know. It's really hard to see, but just take a guess. Who we got right here? Mama.
It's gotta be. I can. You know what? I can't.
You're gonna have to go get that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, your high price here, $40. That's a great price. With some of the other calendars,
$40. I think we charged $15. The calendar, I think, cost $15 when we were, because we would make profit from that too. So when we would sign calendars, that money would go to us. So there was multiple ways to make money as a Raiderette.
Well, these, somebody's trying to make a profit off the $15, and so tell us a little bit. I know you have a very interesting story. While I pull up some pictures, go ahead and tell us about the photo shoot. We'll just call it the photo shoot.
The photo shoot. So this is the time of year every Raiderette looks forward to doing the photo shoot because they send us to different locations, different exotic locations, and this particular year we went to Hawaii. And I was just really, I had came back from not making the team. I had been back for 2 years, I believe, 1 or 2 years. And I'm gung-ho, I want a good picture. You want a big picture in the calendar. That's a big thing. If you have a big picture in the calendar, when you're signing your calendar.
Yeah.
So it was a thing. I wanted a big picture. So I said, you know what, I'm going to prepare myself. I worked out really hard that week. And the night before, I was at my mom's house. The night before, there was an unfortunate incident. There was a shooting in front of our house.
Oh.
And so we all go outside. And when I tell you, it's just bullets everywhere. It was just really an unfortunate situation. And needless, it happened at maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. And I just couldn't go back to sleep. I'm like, oh my God, my girlfriend's coming to pick me up at 5 a.m. and I need to be ready. And I know I needed to get some sleep and I wasn't able to sleep. It was just too much going on. I couldn't sleep. So my girlfriend pulls up. She's like, what happened here? I'm like, don't worry about it. Just get me out of here. So we get to the airport and I haven't slept, mind you. I haven't slept at all. It happened in the middle of the night. I had not slept. And I get on the plane. I said, you know what? I'm just going to sleep on the plane because I can just sleep on the plane and I'll be fine. When I get there, I'll be good. So, we're flying, a couple of hours go by. I cannot sleep on the plane. I can't sleep. I said, you know what? It's okay. I'm going to sleep. When we get to the resort, I'm going to go to sleep and I'm going to get in a bed and it's going to be quiet and I'm going to get some sleep. So as soon as we land, Shauna, who was our assistant choreographer, she's like, Shonté, get dressed. You're first. And I'm like, whoa, wait. I can't be first. I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and I haven't slept. I have bags under my eyes. And so at this point, I'm feeling really bad because I'm like, God, this is supposed to be my year. I want a big picture this year. I want to be, I want to take a good photo. So I said, you know what? I got to do what I have to do. So when I tell you, I channeled my Naomi Campbell, I gave face, body, and, I did the best that I could with, what I had. I hadn't slept, but they put my makeup on it. So the makeup on me. Fast forward to that's one of those ones. Fast
Wow, gorgeous.
Reveal party. So we're at the calendar reveal party, and they put up poster boards of every page of the calendar across the room. And so everyone's walking around looking at the pictures, and then, they unveil the cover at the end. So everyone's walking around and I'm looking and I don't see a picture of me. And I'm like, there's no way. What a stint of bad luck. There was one little picture. It was about this big in the corner.
Well,
Sign my name on it, it would go outside of the box. And I couldn't believe it. I was so upset. I said, I couldn't believe this happened, on a year that I was really trying hard. So anyway, they go and unveil the cover of the calendar, and lo and behold, I'm on the cover of the calendar after I was so
fabulous. Well, cheers to you on that.
yeah. And I actually think it's almost a blessing in disguise to go first, since you hadn't slept, because how photo shoots can be. It's all hurry up and wait. So if you wouldn't have gone first, you might have had to be awake for hours waiting your turn. So it's almost a blessing in disguise to go, hey, let me just knock this out and get my photo done and keep it moving.
Oh man, yeah, it definitely worked out. I was like in tears. I'm like, I can't believe it. I didn't get a good picture again. And lo and behold, again, they unveiled the calendar cover and I'm on it. I'm like, oh my God.
That's what we're talking about. Again, you are working, right? And you have to put your best, no matter how tired you were, no matter what happened through the night. You have to put that smile on and show up. And you did.
And I did. Bags and all. I said, where's my computer on? Pack it on.
Yeah.
Here's the big unveil I think we have here.
That was the cover. And Karen, who was our director at the time, she gave me that poster board. And
cool.
It's in storage right now, but I have that framed and I have to find a place for it. But that is a great memory right there.
That's amazing. So you have that, and then if you ever get your uniform framed, those are two little nice trinkets side by. Well, I don't know. Your husband probably doesn't want it framed, right?
Oh yeah.
I have a full Raider. I have so much that I can put up that one's going to go up. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's so good.
The Raiderettes do have the best outfits out there in the NFL.
They're gorgeous, and they haven't changed.
Thank you, Mama.
Yeah.
Mama shout me out. She gave me a plug. She said, Spicy, you are an amazing photographer. Thank you, Mama. I gotta get you ladies on a set one day. That would be fun.
That would be awesome.
Anytime.
Right?
Okay.
Thanks for the idea, Mama. Let's get you ladies on set. That'll be fun. Oh, we could do maybe a reenactment. Ow.
And you know why we call her Mama, right?
Yeah. But actually, I don't know.
Hey, Mama has it in her purse. I got it for you. I got it. Like, oh my God, I need a safety pin. I need, something for my hair. She always had it. She took care of us, and you gotta love her for that.
And that's what mamas do.
And I love it because, obviously I didn't have that relationship with her, but I just feel like calling her Mama also. So. But I'm sure she would, she take care of everybody, so it's all good.
Absolutely.
Okay, this has got to be your rookie season.
Yes, it is. That's my very first headshot.
I can tell. That is so. Do you still have that necklace, by the way?
I do. I have several of them. Every year you get a new medallion. So I do have my medallion. I don't have it on right now, but I do have my medallion.
Oh, so you get one every year. So you've had several of them. Do you keep them all? Have you given them away?
You know what?
Maybe your children have them, or
one I gave away to a Raiderette sister who lost hers, and she had only cheered 1 year.
Oh, that's nice.
And then I may have lost one, but I do have a few of them.
Well, that's nice. That's good looking out. Taking care of each other. I love that.
It's important. You have to at least have one. And I had already had 2 or 3 by then. So I said, you know what, sister, you take this.
That's so nice. Yeah, this is a great photo. Yeah, you can tell you look so young. You're ready to conquer the little Raiderette world in that picture.
Oh my God. Literally 18 years old. I was a kid.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get what I was getting myself into. And it's funny, I never actually been to a Raiders game until I stepped foot on the field.
Oh, wow.
So
How was
it
that? What was that like?
big deal. I mean, my jaw was dropped. I walked out on the field, and Karen, our choreographer, she was like, "Shonté, close your mouth." And I'm like,
Oh my, see, and look at you, remember that feeling. How special is that?
I do. It felt good. And at that time, again, we were winning those years, those 2000, 2001, we were doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
It would be so loud, you couldn't even hear yourself. You couldn't, whoever was calling out the routines, you had to do signals.
Oh, wow.
You couldn't hear anything. It was so electric, that Oakland stadium, that Oakland.
I'll take some credit for that.
Man, we need you in Vegas.
Right? No, it was like real quick. I'll just tell you, this is about you, but I'll tell you a quick story. So, we would always go to the games. And at this point, you know, my grandmother, my mother Moon's mother, she worked for the organization. So she didn't go to games at a certain age. She would just watch from home. You know, and she lived in San Lorenzo, if you know, that's just kind of like down the 880, not too far away. So at the end of the game, on the way back, we'd always stop by grandma's house. On the way home, got to stop by grandma's house. And that would be the thing we would do. We'd be like, how loud were we? Could you hear it? Like, how loud were we? Like, did we do a good job? And we'd be like, I had no throat by then, but I was always like, how did we sound on TV, Grandma? Were we loud enough?
Oh my God. We could be losing and it didn't even matter.
No,
Anytime we scored, it was like we had won the game. Like, it's just
Totally. Yeah.
electric. So yes, thank you for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. That was always our thing, though. I had to ask Grandma, how loud do we sound on TV, Grandma?
Oh my God. But yeah, those were the years. And I was a kid, first time on the field. It was a lot of fun. And then I was hooked at that point. And I said, no, I'm coming back. We got
Yes.
And then, you know, I obviously got cut. I came back and did it again. And I took some years off and actually moved away. I moved to Las Vegas, actually. My girlfriend went to UNLV and she invited me to come stay with her just to figure out what I wanted to do next. That was short-lived because Las Vegas is nothing but a party. It was just a party. I was in my 20s. I'm like, this is too much. I need to go back home.
That's about the players too. So I have to ask, what is woo woo dang dang? I brought this photo up first and been like, the drinking word is woo woo dang dang.
So my girls that year, gosh, so that's me and my co-captain. That year I was captain of line 4 and my co-captain was Carrie Stillwell. So the year before we had a routine, it was a Christmas routine and it was a lot of woo woos and ding dings, and that phrase caught on. And so we would use that would be me trying to get the girls' attention. So if I said woo woo, they would say dang dang. And I know at that point they're paying attention and we're ready to go. So,
okay.
I love it.
I love it too. When I'm at games, I'm just gonna start yelling out woo woo and see who responds.
Dang, dang.
See who responds. See who knows. See who know what is up.
Oh, so funny.
And that was the line for a catchphrase at that time.
Oh, that's so good.
Let's just say it's 2005. Okay.
Yeah, that was funny.
So just curious, so the jackets evolve every year. What did your jacket look like that year? Your uniform jacket?
So we would have different jackets that year. You know what? I could have had they were all different. We had puff coats. We had different coats that we would wear only in the when it was cold, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And that we would be in straight uniform with no jackets. But we would have windbreakers, zip-up jackets. It just kind of depending on the year. That year, I can't recall exactly which one we have, but we would have a bunch of cute coats. I still have my coats. So you got to keep all your stuff. I have all of them.
Yeah, you got to keep it.
We're only for Raiderettes. So if you have that coat, I know you either knew a Raiderette or you were on the field that year.
Yeah, definitely. Because from my recollection, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember the Raiderettes, even in the cold and the rain, really diverting out of the original uniform. Like you see some other teams put on, you know, the ladies will put on leggings or sweats or something. I don't remember you ladies doing that.
It would have to be a really cold game. It would have to be, or raining, which were the best games. If it was raining,
totally.
So much fun. We love the rainy games because you just sliding everywhere. You don't care what you look like. You're just full on dancing. So it was a lot of fun. So those games we would wear our coats, but
yeah, just like the windbreaker, right? I don't ever remember you putting on like pants.
No, I don't recall. We've never had pants. We've always only had the top. It was a thing.
I respect that because it can get cold in Oakland, and like sometimes Mother Moon and I will be watching a game. I think most recently there was like a Washington game on, and you know the uniform. I don't want to disrespect anybody, but let's just say, come on, girls. It might be cold, but come on, girls.
Yoga pants or something.
We gotta keep it cute at least. And you girls did. No, and you girls did. And I just had a visual when you're saying in the rain. You can see the wet hair flying around. Like you can almost see the water flying off of it, you know, and that's so awesome.
That was fun. Dancing in the rain, that was fun. Like that was your excuse to just go wild, go crazy, have fun, you know. Usually you never know when there's a camera and, you know, we're all buttoned up. I just want to make sure my hair is perfect. There was no perfect hair.
There was
girl.
Watching the game.
Real talk. You know where the cameras are. Don't lie.
Really, I'm looking for the camera. But
yeah. You like camera spotting.
But that's with the fans too. It's, you know, just having that outside element of the rain and
yes,
I
miss that.
Just kicking up mud, dirt.
Yes,
that was a lot of fun.
Now you had during the holidays you would wear your Santa outfits. Did you have that?
We did. So we wore.
So cute.
And those usually that particular game, that one's closer to Christmas. We would probably have on coats. A lot of times we would have on coats.
That was cute.
Yeah, those are super cute.
The Santa hats, I thought they were gorgeous. I mean, the red hat with the red lips, because we all had to wear red lipstick. It went very well with the silver and black. It was perfect. It popped.
Yeah, I really like that look. They must still do that, right?
I think so.
Yeah, they must still do that. Well, we're coming close on time, but before we go out, I love Raiderette of the Week. I don't know I don't see a date on here. You probably know better. It was in 2005. It looks like you had at least one stint at Raiderette of the Week here.
Absolutely. That was the Raiderette of the Week. And as a matter of fact, we were all cover girls.
That's how it chosen. It says the Oakland Raiders would like to congratulate Raiderettes Tiffany, Elizabeth, and Shonté on being chosen as cover girls for the 2005 Raiderette calendar and being honored as Raiderettes of the Week. That's awesome.
Yes. They would do that every week. They would put that in that same publication where they had the ad. But yeah, that was a good one.
Can I just read your little profile here out of all of them? It says Shonté is an Oakland native and is both a positive role model and lovely representative of her African-American culture. She states, I believe that I represent the Bay Area and the Oakland area and the African-American women in my area as well. I want to represent for them and let them know that they can do whatever they put their minds to, even after you get cut. That was an ad lib.
You come back better.
That's so great. That's the first time I read that, so that's amazing. I love that you we represent. We're all Raiders fans, but like we love representing the Oakland Raiders and the Oakland area in particular. So we love that you throughout the Oakland and the Bay Area there, and of course your heritage and really just the comeback story.
Yes,
it's definitely
commitment to excellence. Story.
She is commitment to excellence. That's true.
Yeah. Absolutely. You learn from why you didn't get chosen. Hopefully they gave you some feedback and you just powered through and you did what you love and you came back. So I love that story. That's telling all the young ladies, hey, don't give up on your dream, your passion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You never get up. If you want it, you go for it.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Speaking of Oakland, here's back in the day. What year is this? This looks like a couple of years. This might have been after. Is this after the cut?
That was an early year because our shorts were higher. We had the higher waist shorts. So that was
okay.
Like 2001. And we would walk through the stands and, give high fives to the fans. And you know, it's so funny. People would say, God, are you afraid to be in the black hole? Are you kidding me?
No, they love you there. Yeah, that's just, come on, those your peeps.
We're walking all through that stadium. They, you know,
That's like, you know, thousands of bodyguards.
Yeah,
You know, don't mess with the ladies for sure.
those were our bodyguards. Exactly.
totally. Nobody. Yeah, if any a visiting fan happened to say anything to you, they would be done immediately. Right?
Good luck.
Yeah,
Good luck
that's really the safest place for you to be.
the safest place, exactly.
I love it. I love it. Well, we're almost up on our time. We thank you so much. It went by super fast, you know. Yes. So thank you. Before we let you go, is there anything that you wanted to say? Did we miss anything? Any last story you wanted to tell, or any inspiring quote, or just anything at all?
No, I don't. But you know what? Once a Raiderette, always a Raiderette. I'll definitely say that. I love my sisters. I love the sisterhood that we built. And gosh, go Raiders. One day we'll be back at the Super Bowl.
God willing. And hey, maybe this year it's in Vegas. It'll be a home game. If they win out, they have a chance. Mama says this was amazing. Say hello to Nico.
Oh, I will. Nico's my baby. He's 13 now. That's the reason I stopped cheering, was I wanted to be a mom. I said, you know what? I want to do something different. I want to be a mom. And yeah, that was years ago. But I will let him know. You said hello, Mama.
I love that. And yeah, 6 years, 6 seasons is a lot of seasons, and it spanned over a decade. So, you know, that's a lot of time and dedication spent and moving on. There's nothing wrong with moving on to the to the next chapter, I should say.
That's right.
And of course, Nico is a Raider fan, or
absolutely.
He doesn't have a choice.
He was born into this. He had no
right. Right.
That's how we do.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for being on the show. We hope you enjoyed your time here as much as we enjoyed having you. And if you would like to, we go out one way and only one way. Raiders! All right. Thank you for watching, everyone. On behalf of myself and Mother Moon, we'll see you all next Tuesday at 6 o'clock, same time, same place, for another fabulous female. Good night.
Thank you, Chocolate.